Yo, it's SSJSK back here with another video. I know it's been a really long time since I made a video, but I'm going to cut the intro brief. You know the deal. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Please give it a like. We're going to get right into it. So today we're going to be talking about just kind of like the what ifs that came from the new Sparking Zero game. I've been having a blast playing it. I've had it since Thursday. I've definitely been enjoying my time on it. I've been putting in a lot of hours. I definitely plan on bringing some content in terms of like the online battles, but that's not what we're here for today. So just like going through the story mode, I kind of wanted to just give my opinion, not necessarily on like the gameplay per se or like the missions, but more so on the actual story of the what if scenarios. I did appreciate the fact that there were like so many what if scenarios to go through, and they're all really unique in their own way, and kind of like um, all the different kind of character interactions and alternate timelines that the writers of the game explored, which they definitely did not have to. So I definitely do appreciate that. So it was getting right into it. So I believe this first what if is about if Goku Black and Zamasu had succeeded in beating the Z Fighters, specifically, obviously Trunks, Goku, and Vegeta. And I mean, there was like, I guess, various what ifs where they kind of just did the same thing. It was just kind of like at like different stages in the fight in the arc. So, before Goku get reinforcements, before Vegito defeating Vegito, defeating Trunks after the Vegito fight. I mean, I thought it was fine. It was cool to see them win, but I didn't really like. I don't really think they explored much throughout that story. Which, to be fair, I'm not really sure what they could really do outside of, having it that if they had won, maybe them going into like other timelines and trying to erase those timelines too. That'll probably be the most interesting way of doing it. But overall, I thought it was cool, so I'm gonna give it a C. So then we have the what if in the Goku story. After where he basically goes off to rescue Piccolo from Imperfect Cell, and he, along with the androids, are able to take out Imperfect Cell. So I thought that part was cool. I liked the kind of the change of the dynamic. I did think it was a bit, unrealistic that Goku, even with the androids, could do that. Just given how much trouble Perfect Cell was, not Perfect Cell, Imperfect Cell was giving them after he absorbed the other humans to make himself stronger. Where I really have to like give shade to this what if there was the fact that after they dealt with Cell, Goku then went on to take on Android 17, 18, and 16. Keep in mind he is significantly weaker than any of these three individually. He hasn't trained in the Room of Spirit Time yet, and he literally just got back from a heart virus. So the notion that he could take on all three back to back to back, it was kind of just took me out of the story because like I was just having a hard time believing that. And then on top of that, the notion that all three of them wouldn't just jump him immediately was almost equally as unbelievable. But if I were to, I guess, kind of like maybe turn my brain off a little bit, I did think the story itself was really interesting. Even with that, so I'm gonna put it at a B. Now, this story is about future Trunks in the Tournament of Power, and I think this one specifically, if he had teamed up with, I want to say, the androids. I think it was the android path or something like that. Um, I did really like the. This is where a lot of the cool character interactions come into play because you get to see Trunks, I guess, really reconcile with the androids of the current timeline, and him kind of seeing how much different they are from the androids that terrorized his future. There's a lot of character conflict within internal character conflict with him in terms of wanting to use the Super Dragon Balls to bring back his timeline that was erased. You also see that same conflict kind of connect him and Jiren together in the sense of, both of them wanting to bring back people that they've lost to the Super Dragon Balls. But ultimately, knowing that the right course of action is to bring back the lost universes from this tournament. And I don't see the Jiren What If where he essentially learns the same lesson. Um, so if I don't see it, I'll tell you what I think of it. But I would put this Future Trunks one at an A. I mean, I think the Frieza one was okay. I think it was just if he won on Namek, so there wasn't really much to say. So I just put it at a C. Like it was fine. Gohan Black. Okay, this Gohan one was really. I'm also really a really big fan of the what ifs that stretch from multiple arcs. So this one starts when Gohan essentially, I think he beats. I want to say Majin Buu. He beats Majin Buu. No, no, no. Sorry. He doesn't beat Majin Buu. He beats Frieza by turning into bringing back his potential unleashed form. And from there, he kind of learns the same lesson of needing to train to be on top of his guard. I like how they kind of added a little bit more complexity to Gohan's character with kind of the insecurity of him, not thinking that he was strong enough, even when he was, getting praises from the likes of Piccolo, Goku, even Vegeta was giving him props for his strength. And even within all that, he was still, having the mindset of needing to get stronger, feeling like he wasn't strong enough. So I liked that little character tweak that they had for Gohan in the way he was written in this role. He definitely does work as a main character. One of the negatives is the fact that they skipped over the Universe 6 saga. It would have been interesting to see how Gohan would have interacted with Kaba as well as with Hit. So the fact that they skipped both of those fights, I wasn't particularly a big fan of that. However, I guess I can understand why, because they're trying to obviously crunch to the major story beats, and obviously Gohan Black was just crazy. The voice actor that usually does normal Gohan, he crushed it in his role as Gohan Black. You can kind of tell with the way he was making his voice darker and more gritty. Um, just kind of uh, the juxtaposition between the two characters. I also liked the fact that they had new models, not just for Gohan Black, obviously, but for the merged Zamasu with Gohan's body. So I really appreciate the effort that they went into make this story and kind of just what they did overall. So I'm going to put this at a C. I mean, not a C, sorry, an S. Okay, so this one is the Tournament of Power, but if you go off with Vegeta, like when Gohan has that first title, um, I'll be honest, I don't really remember what he does here. I just know they fight along together, and obviously they train together. I would have to look back at that. So which probably doesn't bode well for what I should think of it. So I'm just gonna put it on a C for now because generally I do not remember. Okay, I believe this is the Jiren one, where he essentially where he wins the Tournament of Power. I'm a big fan of Jiren. I know a lot of people don't like Jiren. I know a lot of people don't, think he's bland, he's not charismatic or whatever. I fuck with Jiren. I thought this was a really good what if to kind of really explore what makes his character work. Jiren's not the most charismatic of characters. He's not a character that's supposed to wow you off the page from his personality. But I think I really appreciate that because, in a sense, he kind of represents the antithesis of what this show is about in the sense that he's already strong. He's already as strong as really anyone could realistically get, but that doesn't really bring him what he's looking for in terms of fulfillment in life. So this story more so being about how he has to kind of overcome that feeling of hopelessness in a sense, despite how strong he is, and the fights with Goku and the rest of the Universe 7 fighters kind of helping him to do that, and in turn becoming a better person and not being selfish in terms of wishing for the universe to come back. I really thought it was a really good story to tell. I know it's not as grandiose as some of the other what ifs here, but I still thought it really worked well, and it really, really did a good job of hammering home kind of what makes this character work, in my opinion. So I'm going to put it at an A. This is the Piccolo one where essentially he trains Gohan. He fights Android 19. He also, I guess there's a bit of a splinter. So there's one where he defeats Imperfect Cell and then continues to fight the androids. And then there's another Splinter where they if Cell still becomes perfect, he basically helps to what's it called? Fight Cell first and helps to facilitate Gohan's growth into Super Saiyan 2 because they go with the um I guess like story beat that Goku's heart virus has stopped him from being able to train Gohan himself. Um they really should have like split up the two timelines within that Piccolo what if, but no, I thought it was really good. I thought it was really good stuff. You get to explore more of the dynamic between Piccolo and Gohan, especially like the kid version of Gohan as student and teacher. Um, you get to kind of see Piccolo help Gohan overcome his weakness in terms of in terms of being arrogant and playing with his food. I know ultimately Goku still ends up dying because Cell blows himself up, but the way it's played upon in this specific scenario, I like the way that it's more so Gohan showing his compassionate side and showing that if Goku had the power to stop Cell, he probably would have done the same thing in terms of letting him go and stuff. So yeah, I thought it was really good too. I thought it was really good stuff. If I were to give a criticism, I thought they probably could have done more to have Piccolo shine as his own character, given that it's his own what if. But overall, I thought it was still a really good story, though. I'm just gonna tell you right now, both Saiyan Saga Orders are going in S tier. Both of them are just really, really good for two different reasons. So, obviously, you have the one where Goku becomes a Super Saiyan, and because of he becomes a Super Saiyan, he still lets Vegeta go, and Vegeta becomes Super Saiyan. That was epic. If I were to give a small slight criticism, I wish they expanded on um kind of that a little bit in terms of not just having that one last fight on Namek and then them leaving, maybe exploring on kind of what that means, going to the Android saga, because that was definitely a story that felt like it kind of cut off in the middle, and they definitely could have done something else for the Android saga with that, but ultimately they didn't. But like, I mean, let's just tell you how good it was. And my only criticism is I didn't go on longer. The other Saiyan Saga What If, where basically you just had Vegeta coming back and Frieza invading Earth. That was real good too. I thought they really did a really good job of um, showcasing Vegeta's character in terms of that transition from the arrogant, cocky Saiyan prince from the Saiyan saga to the astute, shrewd, and tactical renegade that we see in the Namek saga. So kind of just seeing that transition in the way he kind of propositions Goku and the rest of the Z fighters to fight against Frieza. So I thought that was really good. Um, the battles are really entertaining to watch, kind of the different character interactions. And I also like the conclusion where this time the Spare One actually finished off Frieza instead of them doing the easy thing and just making Goku become a Super Saiyan. Okay, next we have the Vegeta Trunk. This is the Vegeta Cell Saga What If, where he essentially, I think he turns like Super Saiyan 2 after he fights Cell. I'm gonna put this one in B tier, just because I did like the way they explored more of his relationship with Trunks, but I thought they made Trunks' character writing a bit stupid to make it work. Like for example, Trunks would never have let Vegeta just allow Cell to become perfect without doing anything, whether he believed in Vegeta's power or not. So I thought that was dumb. The fact that even though Trunks died in like the normal show, for some reason he just didn't. Um, in this what if, which I guess should be a criticism I levy at the Goku saying what Saga what if as well when he got special beam cannon and he somehow didn't die and had enough power to like do another attack before dying. Um, but it's neither here nor there. I still liked the father son dynamic and I still liked the way that they both dealt with Cell together. I just thought there was a little bit more logic and inconsistencies that pretty much I needed to overlook to make the story work. I don't know what this is. I think this is in the Goku Black Saga, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm not really sure what if that's supposed to be. The same thing with these two as well. I'm not really sure what story they're trying to portray here, so I'm just gonna leave these be for now. But basically, this is what I thought of the scenarios. I thought they were really well written. Even the C ones I thought were well written. Um, I'm definitely hoping for DLC with more alternative what ifs. And I'm looking forward to just playing the game. So if you like the video, please subscribe to the channel. I'm probably going to try to start uploading more on here. And yeah, just remember to have a good day.